It's my great honor and fortune to have this opportunity to be sitting amongst these exalted saints.
ये हमारा परम सौभाग्य कि मैं आज सब साधु संगम का संग्रह एक बस छी
and to have this chance to render some service through my words to all of you.
मोर सौभाग्य कि मोर कथा द्वारा मुझे समस्त ପାଇଁ सेवा कर परिबी.
One afternoon at the Mat, just across from Seva Kunj,
दिने दीपर बेले मैं सेवा कुंज आगे दिगरी जाउथली.
I was sitting with a group of devotees at the feet of His Divine Grace, Paramhamsa Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj.
सही समय मैं देखिली भक्ति वैभव पुरी महाराज का पाद तले किसी भक्त माने बसथिले.
Somebody asked him about the intimate details of Ras Leela of Shri Shri Radha Govinda Day.
जने भक्त पचारिले राधा कृष्ण कर लीला विषय.
He became very strong.
से बहुत strong ले बहुत रागिले.
Unless you learn to chant the holy names of the Lord purely, Nam Japa Nam Kirtan, you cannot understand these things.
यदि तमें भगवान का नाम जप भला भाବରେ करिबनि राधा कृष्ण विषय कोन बुझिबो.
Through the chanting of the holy names of the Lord, all these things will be revealed to you.
भगवान का नाम जप रे ए सब जिनिस राधा कृष्ण का लीला ही रिवील हुए गाड़ी हुए.
And then he explained, quoting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how we must chant.
तापर से चैतन्य महाप्रभु के द्वारा प्रेरित हिसाब से किमितिया जप करिया विषय कहले.
Trinarapi suniche natharor ibasahishna amanina manatena kirtaniya sadahari.
Radhanath suniche natharor ibasahishna amanina.
It's all right. One must chant in a spirit of being more humble than a blade of grass.
जप सब बेले घासटु भी नम्र हिसाब रे करिया दरकार.
More forgiving and tolerant than a tree.
गटे गछ ठारे भी आउरी नम्रता हो दरकार.
Eager to offer all respect to others and expect none in return.
समस्त को रेस्पेक्ट करिया दरकार पर निज पे रेस्पेक्ट किछि आशा रखिया दरकार न.
Then we can please Shri Shri Radha Govinda Day and chant their holy names constantly.
तापरे ही हमें नाम जप भला भाବରେ कर परिबा.
And all the treasures and secrets of the spiritual world can be revealed.
तापरे स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड गोलोक वृंदावन सब लीला हम विजय बुझ परिबा.
Thakur Narottam in his prayer taught us.
नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर ताकर प्रेयर से कहछथि.
Kodokera prematana hari nama sankirtan. That the Sankirtan has descended from Goloka, the highest realm of the spiritual world.
ए संकीर्तन गोलोक वृंदावन रु आछि.
And is accessible to all.
एवं यह समस्त के पाखरे उपलब्ध अछि.
Dinahina yata chilo hari nama udharilo thara saki jagai madhai. That the power of the holy names was demonstrated in how it delivered even the two most cruel murderers and thieves, Jagai and Madhai.
आमे जगाय माधव स्टोरी बुझ परिया किमिते हमरे भारी नामर शक्ति.
In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a beautiful story. The devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, about 300 of them, were having Harinam procession from Bengal They were just entering Puri.
आम चैतन्य चरितामृत लीला बुझीपर जो हजार हजार भक्त मायापुर पुरी आसुले
Gajapati Prataparudra brought Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Gopinathacharya onto the roof of his palace.
जितेबाला गजपति महाराज सार्वभौम भट्टाचार्य एवं भक्त मान को से पैलेस ऊपर सब भक्त मान को देखते
Prataparudra Maharaj, he was astounded. He said, I have seen so many thousands and thousands of Sankirtan groups coming to Puri.
प्रताप महाराज कहले मु पुरी रे आस्थे बेले बहुत हजार हजार संकीर्तन टीम को देखिछि
But never have I seen anything like this.
किंतु केबे भी इमितिया दृश्य केबे देखि नाही
How they are dancing with such grace, with such love.
किमिते हमरा समान नाचुचंती
The happiness that is emanating like light from their bodies.
तांकर खुशी तांकर शरीर रे बाहरुछि
And the sweetness of the sound of the holy names.
तांकर कीर्तन किमिते मधुर स्वर सुना जाउछि
Please tell me, what is this that makes it so unique, so different?
मते दया करी कोहा एटा के माने ए संकीर्तन टीम किए
Sarvabhauma and Gopinathacharya, they replied, this is not just Sankirtan.
सार्वभौम भट्टाचार्य एवं गोपीनाथ आचार्य से कहले एटा केवल साधारण संकीर्तन नुह
This is the unique contribution of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to this world.
यह चैतन्य महाप्रभुଙ୍କର आशीर्वाद है संसार ପାଇଁ
He has given us Prem Sankirtan.
से हमको प्रेम संकीर्तन ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି
The chanting of the holy names in the ecstatic love of the residents of Vrindavan.
भगवान का नाम जप वृंदावन महिमा हिसाब रे करिया दरकार
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing the Ratha Yatra in the streets of Puri,
चैतन्य महाप्रभु एतला रथ यात्रा रे आस्थिले
he manifested to us the highest potential of what Sankirtan can awaken within us.
से सेतबेले संकीर्तन रा सबुट अगाध महिमा विषय दर्शन देखै देइथिले
Radha Bhavaduti Subalita Nami Krishna Swarupa. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna with the Mahabhava of Sri Radha and her golden complexion.
श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु राधा कृष्ण का अभिन्न
In the mood of Sri Radha bringing Shyam Sundar from Kurukshetra to Vrindavan, he was performing Nam Sankirtan.
से राधा रानी का भाव रे जगन्नाथ को से कुरुक्षेत्र रु वृंदावन को ले जाउथले
The highest ananda or ecstasies of love were pouring from his heart as he was chanting the holy names.
जेतले नाम संकीर्तन करले हेतबेले सब प्रकार प्रगाढ़ आनंद सबले विस्तार होतला
Tasting the sweetness of the names, tears were pouring from his eyes and bathing everyone around him.
जेतबेले से नाम संकीर्तन करथले आखुर ताकर अश्रु धारा बहुतला
And he invited everyone to enter his eternal Leela through joining this Prem Sankirtan.
से समस्त के प्रेम संकीर्तन जोग देवा पे आह्वान करथले
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited Varanasi,
जेतले चैतन्य महाप्रभु वाराणसी गले
he came into the room of Prakashananda Saraswati, a great Mayavad scholar, and his disciples.
से प्रकाशानंद सरस्वती एवं ताकर दिव्य शिष्य मानव सहित मिसले
Lord Gauranga sat in the place where all the other sannyasis wash their feet.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु जो जगह बसले जो सन्यासी माने ताका गोड़ धोउथले
His humility and the beauty of the effulgence of his body completely melted the hearts of these sannyasis.
चैतन्य महाप्रभुଙ୍କର ସୁନ୍ଦରତା ଏବଂ ଶରୀରର ଆଲୋକିତ ରୂପ ଦେଖି ସବୁ ସନ୍ନ୍ୟାସୀ ମାନେ ଢଳିଗଲେ।
Prakashananda Saraswati himself came down and took him by the hand and said, Swamiji, please come and sit with us. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, I am not qualified to sit with such exalted people like you.
प्रकाशानंद सरस्वती स्वयं हाथ धरी चैतन्य महाप्रभु को भीतर को नहीं गले। सेतले चैतन्य महाप्रभु कहले मु कौन से प्रकार मोर क्वालिफिकेशन नहीं, मोर क्वालिफिकेशन नहीं।
Prakashananda Saraswati took him by the hand and sat him next to him.
प्रकाशानंद सरस्वती ताको डाकी ताको सांगरे बसाइले।
Why? Why you waste your time chanting and dancing like a sentimentalist with these common people? You are a sannyasi. You should be with us studying Vedanta.
प्रकाशानंद सरस्वती कहले तबे कीर्तन ले एत समय काई व्यर्थ करछ, आम संगे आसी वेदांत पढ़।
Mahaprabhu said that my Gurudev, he told me that I am a fool. I cannot understand the deep, subtle subject of Vedanta.
मोर गुरुदेव कहछथि मु ए वेदांतर तत्व बुझी परिबिनी, तेणु सेहि पय संकीर्तन करूछ।
Better I chant the holy names of Lord Krishna.
सेहि पय मु भगवान कर नाम संकीर्तन करूछ।
And he gave me a verse. Harinam, Harinam, Harinam eva kevalam kalonasteva nasteva nasteva gatiranyata. That in this age of Kali, there is no greater way, there is no other way than the chanting of the holy names to achieve this highest perfection.
तापर चैतन्य महाप्रभु शास्त्ररु ये हरिनाम 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 eva केवलम एही सो माध्यम रे भगवान का नाम माध्यम रे केवल हाईएस्ट जिंस उपलब्धि करिवे।
He told them I began to chant Harinam. And suddenly some things were happening. And I went back to my Gurudev and I said, as I'm chanting, my limbs are trembling, my hairs are standing up, my tears are pouring from my eyes, I'm going mad. What is this Harinam doing to me?
चैतन्य महाप्रभु गुरु दीक्षा पाइला पर जतला हरिनाम ग्रहण कले तापर तांका शरीर रे कंपन हला एसबु दृश्य देखि से गुरुदेव पाखु पुणी गले।
My Gurudev told me, oh my child, very good, you have attained the perfection of life.
तापर से सुनिला परे चैतन्य महाप्रभु को तांका गुरुदेव कहले तमे सबुठ हाईएस्ट जिंस अचीव करछ।
Krishna praying, love for Krishna. Now take this Harinam and this love for Krishna and give it to the whole world.
वर्तमान एसबु जिंस नहीं जा एवं समस्त को वितरण करो।
After speaking this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the sannyasis began to discuss Vedanta. And on the basis of the philosophy, the science and the logic of Vedanta, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu completely defeated all their misconceptions and they all surrendered to the Harinam Sankirtan.
तापर एसु होला परे चैतन्य महाप्रभु समस्त को वेदांत विषय डिस्कशन कले एवं सबु सन्यासी समस्त चैतन्य महाप्रभु का शरणागत हले।
Through Harinam, he conquered the hearts of the greatest scholars of all of India.
तापर हरिनाम जबु सबु भारत वर्ष रे जते विद्वान थिले समस्त चैतन्य महाप्रभु का शरण रासले।
In Navadvip, he was in the house of Srivas, and there was a little 4 or 5-year-old girl named Narayani.
नवद्वीप रे चैतन्य महाप्रभु जतबेले नारायणी घरे पहुंचले।
She didn't know any philosophy. She wasn't in any way performing austerities. She was just a simple little girl.
से छोटा झियो केबे जीवन रे केतो तपस्या भी करे नथिले।
Mahaprabhu offered his prasad to her.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु ताको निजर प्रसाद देले।
And one day in front of everyone, he turned to little Narayani and said, very sweetly, Narayani, chant Krishna's names and cry in ecstatic love.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु दिने नारायण कहले भगवान का नाम ग्रहण करो.
His compassion was so deep, it entered so deep into her heart that she cried out, Krishna, Krishna.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु कृपा ऐसे प्रगाढ़ थिला नारायणी कृष्ण कृष्ण बढ़ जाएगी.
Again she cried out, Krishna, Krishna. Torrents of tears were pouring from her little eyes. Her limbs were trembling and she was rolling on the ground in ecstasy. She had attained the perfection of yoga.
नारायणी कृष्ण नाम जपिला बेले ताका आखिर अश्रु बही आस्थाए एवं से सबु उच्च स्तरर भावना सब समस्त प्रदर्शन करथांती.
This is the power of the holy name.
एटा होचे हरि नामर शक्ति.
When Lord Gauranga was dancing and chanting to Jharikanda, a forest in central India,
जेतले चैतन्य महाप्रभु झारखंड जंगल रे सब कीर्तन करथिले.
there was a tiger sleeping on the path.
गोटे बाघटी सोइथिला.
Shri Gauranga placed his lotus foot on the head of the tiger and kicked him.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु से बाघर मुंह रे गोई ठेटी मारले.
The tiger woke up.
टाइगर उठ पड़ला.
Lord Gauranga spoke to the tiger with such compassion for the eternal soul within that animal.
बाघ को देखी चैतन्य महाप्रभु कृपा रे बहुत करुणा रे कहले,
Rise and take the names of Hari.
उठा एवं जोरे भगवान का नाम संकीर्तन जोग दिया.
Even the tiger could recognize the deep, profound love and compassion that Lord Gauranga had for his soul.
एवं से बाघ भी चैतन्य महाप्रभु कृपा को बुझी पड़थला.
He raised his paws and lovingly cried out, Hari.
से गोड़ दिटा ऊपर करी जोरे हरि बोली कहला.
Hari.
हरि.
Tears in his eyes, all his hair standing on end, he attained the perfection of life.
तार भी सब बाघर सब बाळ छिड़ा है गला गोड़ ऊपर करी से भगवान का नाम नहीं संपूर्ण भगवान का नाम रा शरण पाइला.
Through Hari Nam, he was giving prema bhakti to the snakes, to the trees, to the wild boar.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु से कृपा रे साप बाघ भालू समस्त को उद्धार कले.
And as he was walking, many deer were following him on one side and tigers on the other.
जेतले चैतन्य महाप्रभु चलथिले गोटे साइड रे हरिण चलथिला आ गोटे साइड रे बाघ चलथिला.
Tiger and deer are enemies.
हरिण और बाघ दियण शत्रु.
Tiger sees deer only to kill and to eat.
बाघ केवल हरिण को खाया दृष्टि देखे.
And deer sees tiger as death personified.
और हरिण बाघ को तार शत्रु हिसाब रे मृत्यु हिसाब देखे.
Srimad Mahaprabhu turned to the deers and tigers with such love and compassion in his beautiful lotus eyes.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु बाघ को अनेक हरिण को अनेक करुणा रा दर्शन देले.
He raised his arms
ताको हाथ ऊपर उठेले.
chant Hari Hari.
जोरे जप कर हरि हरि.
The deers and the tigers all cried out Hari Hari.
हरिण और बाघ जोरे हरि हरि करी गाइले.
Through the holy name of the Lord, they forgot they were tigers or deers.
भगवान का हरिनाम शक्ति जो से माने बाघ एवं हरिण रा शरीर थिबा सत्वे भी से सब भूली गले.
They realized that they are eternal souls, the Atma, Mamayavam so Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. They were all part of Krishna.
हरिनाम रा शक्ति रे से माने से शरीर रे उठी आत्मा रा साक्षात्कार प्राप्ति कले.
Jivera Swarupo Krishna Nityadasta. We are all eternal servants of Krishna.
आमे सब भगवान का अंश विशेष एवं भगवान का सेवक.
When love of Krishna enters into the heart, it extends to every living being.
जेतबेले भगवान का शक्ति निज विषय प्रवेश करे ସେତେବେଳେ ଯାଇକି ଏସବୁର ଅନୁଭୂତି ହୁଏ।
Just as watering the root of a tree, the water reaches every part of the tree. When we water that love for Krishna through chanting the holy names, that love extends to everything.
ଯେତେବେଳେ ଗଛର ମୂଳରେ ଆମେ ପାଣି ଦଉ, ଗଛର ସବୁ ଅଙ୍ଗ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟଙ୍ଗ ସବୁରେ ପାଣି ପହଞ୍ଚେ। ସେମିତି ଭାବରେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ହରିନାମ ସଂକୀର୍ତ୍ତନ ଯୋଗ ଦେଲେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କୁ ଆନନ୍ଦ ପ୍ରାପ୍ତି ହୁଏ।
As they were dancing and chanting Hari Hari, each tiger and deer embraced each other.
ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେମାନେ ହରି ହରି କହୁଥିଲେ ସେତେବେଳେ ବାଘ ଏବଂ ହରିଣ ଜୋରେ ଜୋରେ ହରିନାମ ସଂକୀର୍ତ୍ତନ ଯୋଗ ଦେଉଥିଲେ।
Ecstatic love for their souls.
ତାଙ୍କର ଆତ୍ମାର ସାକ୍ଷାତକାର ପ୍ରାପ୍ତି ହେଉଥିଲା।
Each tiger and deer was kissing each other.
ପ୍ରତି ହରିଣ ଏବଂ ବାଘ ନିଜ ନିଜକୁ ଚୁମ୍ବନ କରୁଥିଲେ।
Not some kind of romance.
ରୋମାଞ୍ଚ ଭଳିଆ ନୁହଁ।
It was the way they expressed their pure compassion and love for Krishna together.
ତାଙ୍କ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରେମର ଆଦାନ ପ୍ରଦାନ କରୁଥିଲେ।
And Lord Chaitanya smiled. And he quoted a beautiful verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, describing the land of Sri Vrindavan Dham.
ସେ ଚୈତନ୍ୟ ମହାପ୍ରଭୁ ସେ ଲାଣ୍ଡ ବୃନ୍ଦାବନ ଧାମକୁ ମନେ ପକାଇଲେ।
Where everyone loves each other because Krishna is in the center of their hearts and their lives.
ବୃନ୍ଦାବନ ଧାମରେ ସମସ୍ତେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଭଲ ପାଆନ୍ତି କାରଣ ସେଠି ଭଗବାନ ଶ୍ରୀକୃଷ୍ଣ ହେଉଛି ସବୁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ଜୀବନର କେନ୍ଦ୍ରବିନ୍ଦୁ।
Rupa Goswami prayed Namo Mahabharanyaya Krishna Prema Pradaya Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaudaveshe Namah. That Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most munificent, most merciful of all incarnations.
ରୂପ ଗୋସ୍ୱାମୀ ତାଙ୍କ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନାରେ ଚୈତନ୍ୟ ମହାପ୍ରଭୁଙ୍କ ଗୁଣର ନମ ମହାବଦନ୍ୟାୟର ଗୁଣ ବିଷୟରେ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କରିଛନ୍ତି।
Because he is giving the highest realization of the absolute truth.
ସେ ଶାସ୍ତ୍ରର ସବୁଠୁ ଉତ୍ତମ ମୂଳ ବିଷୟରେ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କରିଛନ୍ତି।
He is giving the love of the gopis for Krishna.
ସେ ଚୈତନ୍ୟ ମହାପ୍ରଭୁ ଗୋପୀର ସର୍ବୋଚ୍ଚ ପ୍ରେମ ବିଷୟରେ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା
The
କରୁଛନ୍ତି।
prema of Braj Bhumi.
ବ୍ରଜଭୂମିର ପ୍ରେମ ବିଷୟରେ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କରୁଛନ୍ତି।
Without discriminating what is their qualification or disqualification.
କାହାରି ଶକ୍ତି ବା ଅଶକ୍ତି ବିଷୟରେ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କରୁଛନ୍ତି।
And he is giving through the power of Harinam.
ସେ ହରିନାମର ଶକ୍ତି ବିଷୟରେ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ସମସ୍ତେ।
The Sankirtan of the holy name, Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. It is the prime benediction for all humanity.
ସଂକୀର୍ତ୍ତନ ହେଉଛି ଏ ସମାଜର ସବୁଠୁ ହିତକର କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ।
The mind is compared to a mirror, Cheto Darpana Marajana.
ଆମର ମନ ଗୋଟେ ଦର୍ପଣ ସହିତ ତୁଳନୀୟ।
And in this conditioned state, the mirror of the mind is covered with layers and layers and layers of pollution.
ବଦ୍ଧ ଶରୀରରେ ବଦ୍ଧ କଣ୍ଡିସନ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ଆମର ମନ ଯୋଉ ପୁରା ମଳରେ ଭରିଭୂତ ହେଇଯାଇଛି।
Through our mind, the Atma is only seeing those pollutions.
ମନର ଜରିଆରେ କେବଳ ଆମର ଆତ୍ମା ସେହି ସବୁ ଗନ୍ଧକି ସବୁ ଦେଖୁଛି।
But Harinam is pavitra, it is all pure, it cleanses the mirror of the mind so that we can see the ecstatic love that is within us.
ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ହରିନାମ ଶକ୍ତିରେ କେବଳ ଆମେ ଆମର ଶୁଦ୍ଧତାକୁ ଦେଖିପାରିବା।
Jeev jago, Gauda Chandra bole, Kota Nidra Jayo Maya Pisachira Kole. Mahaprabhu would turn to everyone with this invitation. Wake up, sleeping souls. You are sleeping in the lap of the illusion of Maya. Take these holy names of the Lord and realize your true potential.
ମହାପ୍ରଭୁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଅନେଇ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଅନୁରୋଧ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଉଠ ଉଠ ଏବଂ ସମସ୍ତେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ନାମର ଗ୍ରହଣ କର।
Kavera dosunade raja nasti eko mahan guna kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha param prache. In this age of Kali, there are so many faults, an ocean of faults.
ये कलि जुगरे बहुत कलहर भरी रही।
But there is one special benediction.
गोटे आशीर्वाद अच्छी
that simply chanting Harinam Sankirtan, the names of God, one can attain the perfection of liberation.
जड़ा मुक्तिर रास्ता पाई परिबो केवल हरिनाम संकीर्तन द्वारा।
In Gambhira, during the last years of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life, after spreading the glories of the holy name to all types of peoples and animals, he wanted to taste the sweetness of the holy name himself.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
in the spirit of Sri Radha's separation from Krishna.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Jagannath Puri रे गंभीर रे सब प्रचार परे भगवान नाम र स्मरण एवं कीर्तन रे निजे मत रहउथिले।
It was there in that setting where the Mahabhav, the supreme origin of all love, Sri Radha's praying, was being tasted by the Lord. From his heart emerged Shikshastakam.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु को सही लीला भाव रे से जेतले भगवान नाम र स्मरण करथिले सही समय रे शिक्षाष्टकम र उत्पन्न हितला।
These 8 verses of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu guide us step by step from the beginning stages of developing Shraddha through chanting and association to the highest platform of the gopis' love for Krishna.
शिक्षाष्टकम रो आमे बुझी परिबा केमिटा जने भक्तर श्रद्धा ठू आरंभ करी अंतिम रे भगवान कृष्ण के प्रति केमिटा आसक्ति हेबो से सब विषय वर्णन अछि।
My beloved Guru Maharaj, Paramhamsa, Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta-Swami Prabhupada, he went to America in 1965.
मारा परम पूज्य गुरु महाराज भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद जतला अमेरिका गले
he had 40 rupees.
तांका पाखरे केवल 40 टे नथिला।
But do you know in 1965 no one would exchange a rupee?
1965 रे केई जण पैसा भी चेंज कर नथिले।
So he had nothing.
तांका पारे किछि नथिला।
He didn't know anyone.
से काहाकू भी जानि नथिले सेठी।
But he told us he knew he was coming to America to bring the greatest of all wealth and treasures.
से हमको कहउतले अमेरिका आसला परे मु सबटु बडा ऐश्वर्यशाली नेगिर देबी।
He had the holy name of Krishna
तांका पाखरे भगवान रा नाम थिला
and the Srimad Bhagavatam.
एवं श्रीमद् भागवतम।
And he would sit in a little park with a little drum and chant Harinam Sankirtan.
से गोटे गार्डन रे छोटो कोणा रे बसी भगवान का नाम संकीर्तन गोटे ड्रम रे बजाई गाउथले।
And people who knew nothing, they never heard what is Krishna, who is Krishna. They were addicted to every kind of material attachments.
लोक माने जो माने सब प्रकार भौतिक बाद रे जड़ीबूत होतले से माने आसी भी सिद्ध आसक्त होतले।
But the pure name coming from the heart of a pure devotee transformed them.
एवं शिल प्रभुपाद कृपारु से सब जिंस तांका शरीर तांकर हृदय रे परिवर्तन हला।
When I was in Florence, Italy, I was with Paramhamsa Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Puri Goswami Maharaj.
महाराज जतबे इटली रे थिले से से परम पूज्य भक्तिवेदांत पुरी महाराज के मिस्त्री।
And we invited him to a Harinam Sankirtan procession.
महाराज तांके एक संकीर्तन फेस्टिवल डाकथिले।
He was very excited to come.
से बहुत खुशी हेतले सेठी आसिया पे।
And when I came up at the time when we were about to depart, he told me, first some of his assistants told me he is not coming.
जतबे महाराज आसी देखिले सेतले पचारले से कहले मु आसीबी नाही
because he's not feeling well and he's too tired.
ताका शरीर असुस्थ थिला तने से भाबुथिले आसपेरियनी बोली।
I said to him, Maharaj, we are going to go. He said, they are telling me I cannot go.
ताकर सब शिष्य माने कहउथिले जे से जाई परिबनी बोली।
He said, they are saying I am too sick and I am too tired.
ମୁଁ ବହୁତ ଥକି ଯାଇଛି ମୁଁ ଯାଇପାରିବିନି ବୋଲି
And it's too much trouble.
ବହୁତ କଷ୍ଟ ହବ।
I said, Maharaj, if you come, you will actually get a real understanding of what my Guru Maharaj has done.
ଆପଣ ଯଦି ଆସିବେ ମୋର ଗୁରୁ ମହାରାଜ କ'ଣ କରିଛନ୍ତି ସେଟା ବୁଝିପାରିବେ।
With his faith in the holy name.
ତାଙ୍କର ଶ୍ରଦ୍ଧା ଯୋଉ ଭଗବାନ ନାମ ପ୍ରତି ଥିଲା।
Srila Puri Maharaj called one of his assistants.
Srila Puri Maharaj ତାଙ୍କ assistant କୁ ଡାକିଲେ।
And he scolded him.
ତାଙ୍କୁ ଗାଳି ଦେଲେ।
He said, "Why are you saying I cannot go? Maharaj wants me to go."
କହିଲେ କାହିଁକି ମୋତେ ମନା କରୁଛ ଯିବା ପାଇଁ? ମୁଁ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ମହାରାଜ ଡାକୁଛନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ଯିବି।
I want to see what Swami Maharaj has done.
ମୁଁ ଦେଖିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ସ୍ୱାମୀ ମହାରାଜ କ'ଣ କରିଥିଲେ।
If you don't want to come with me, you get out from here.
ତମେ ଯଦି ନ ଆସିବାକୁ କହୁଛ ତମେ ନ ଆସ ମୁଁ କିନ୍ତୁ ଯିବି।
I was very happy.
ମୁଁ କିନ୍ତୁ ବହୁତ ଦେଖି ଖୁସି ହେଲି।
And then he took my hand. He said, "Let us go."
ତେଣୁ ତାପରେ ମୋ ହାତ ଧରି କହିଲେ ଆମେ ଦି ଜଣ ଯିବା ଚାଲ।
So we went.
ତାପରେ ଆମେ ଗଲୁ।
In Florence, Italy, very strange things are on the street for a great Paramahamsa Swami from Puri.
ପୁରୀ ମହାରାଜଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ପରମହଂସ ସ୍ୱାମୀ ମହାରାଜଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଇଟଲି ବହୁତ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରେଞ୍ଜ ଜାଗା।
All people drinking wines and eating meat and having romance everywhere, and devotees are doing kirtan.
ସମସ୍ତେ ସେଠି ମଦ ପିଇକି ରାସ୍ତାରେ ବୁଲୁଥାନ୍ତି ସେଠି ପରମହଂସ ସ୍ୱାମୀ କୀର୍ତ୍ତନରେ ସମସ୍ତେ ନାଚୁଥାନ୍ତି।
Maharaj, Srila Puri Maharaj was dancing sometimes.
ପୁରୀ ମହାରାଜ ଖୁସିରେ ଆନନ୍ଦରେ ନାଚୁଥିଲେ।
And he was so happy. He was weeping,
ସେ କାନ୍ଦୁଥିଲେ।
crying and crying and crying. And he held me by the hand.
ତାପରେ ମୋ ହାତ ଧରିଲେ।
He said, "Swami Maharaj Prabhupada had such faith in the holy name, and look at what he has done."
ସ୍ୱାମୀ ମହାରାଜ ତାପରେ ମୋ ହାତ ଧରି କହିଲେ ଦେଖ ସ୍ୱାମୀ ମହାରାଜ କେମିତିଆ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ନାମ ଶକ୍ତି ବଳରେ ସେ ଜିନିଷ କରିଦେଇଗଲେ।
To see the love and appreciation between two great Paramahamsas is the perfection of our hearts. It gives us a glimpse into the spiritual world.
ଭଗବତ ଧର୍ମର ସବୁଠୁ ଉତ୍ତମ ନୀତି ହେଉଛି ଦି ଜଣ ଭକ୍ତଙ୍କର ଏକ୍ସଚେଞ୍ଜ ଦେଖିବା। ସେ ସବୁ ଦୃଶ୍ୟ ଦେଖିଲା ପରେ ପରମ ଆନନ୍ଦ ପ୍ରାପ୍ତି ହୁଏ।
Sri Hari Nam Sankirtan ki jai. Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai. Srila Puri Maharaj Goswami ki jai. Thank you very much.